Hey everybody, welcome to Tikiyaki TV. I'm your host Jim Baki from the Tikiyaki Orchestra, and we're going to talk about another one of my favorite Exotica records today. Again, another obscure one. I love some of these obscure records are really good. I got into this record when I first started the band. I got into this record digitally and did not have the vinyl copy right away. I just recently decided to purchase it. Really cool record from 1964 by Rex Kona and his Mandarins. The record is called Wild Orchids. And like I said, 1964, very, very little info on this record other than some reviews here and there online. It is available on Apple Music. It came out on the Columbia label, and there you go. There's the record right there. No songwriting credits on here, though there was times listed for the songs, and the publishers listed on the back there. But a really cool kind of Asian and Latin inspired Exotica record. The instrumentation kind of has the classic Exotica: piano, vibraphone, percussion, bass. There is flute, and I think they said they have the instrumentation here on the back. I'm going to read the description from the back. It's very interesting. Though east is east and west is west, says Rex Kona, paraphrasing poet Rudyard Kipling. When they merge musically, they can make beautiful sounds. In Wild Orchids, Rex and his Mandarins bring two musical worlds together, using an intimate group that might suggest an intriguing supper club along a Hong Kong side street. Rex features such Western or Latin American instruments as piano, vibes, marimba, güiros, bongo, and conga drums, clavietta, and flute, provocatively blended with exotic Eastern percussion instruments, about 20 varieties. This mingling of familiar and strange sounds and tasteful arrangements of tunes from all over the world makes Wild Orchids a kaleidoscope adventure in sound. From the shimmering tinkle of tree bells and wind chimes to the massive boom of the great bass drum, from the spirited chirping of colorful birds to the soft moan of an alto flute. So there you go. It goes into song descriptions, and at the end it says, Rex Kona uses the international approach to his arrangements because, as he says, it gives me the chance to combine many cultures in a blend that features the advantages of each. The rhythm is mostly Latin, from cha-cha-cha to bossa nova. The sound is provocatively tinged with instruments from China, Thailand, and Japan. The result is colorful, exotic, intriguing, Wild Orchids. So that's the description. Kind of sounds like what Martin Denny was doing. And of course, this is a 1964 record, so way after, 7 years after Exotica, the debut Martin Denny record, hit the scene and kind of changed everything for this kind of lounge music, kind of invented the Exotica genre. The songs on here, I would say about 80 to 90% of them are all good. There's a couple of funny, strange, weird ones. Kiss is Sweeter Than Wine, Moonlighted Vermont, Ginza Girl, which is a Les Baxter composition, though I've not been able to find an actual Les Baxter version of it. So I don't know if one exists. I did look, I did not find one. So Ginza Girl is a Les Baxter song. Sushi, my favorite song on this record. Halava, Trolley Song, Patricia, my other favorite, which is a Perez Prado track done way differently than Perez Prado. And definitely, I remember being a real influence on the early Tikiyaki. The song Bachelor Number One kind of has that similar rhythm to Patricia and similar kind of feel. So this was definitely an influence on me early on. The song Will He Like Me? Bushi Bushi. Now that's kind of a weird I think it's a traditional Japanese song. So it's kind of funny sounding. It's very Asian sounding, obviously. Peg Oh My Heart, Bird Train, which is a really kind of fun, frantic Exotica song. and the song Wild Orchids. Funny thing about these records, so they're so old, 1964, that it's really hard to get any info on them. If anyone knew anyone who played on them, there's no players listed. The only person listed is produced by Ed Klebon, which when I do a Wikipedia search for Ed Klebon was, it says here, an American musical theater composer and lyricist. So he actually has his own foundation that was formed after he passed away in 1987. He was a New Yorker, and so he wrote musical theater music. I don't know if he got hired to do this as a composer, and Rex Kona is a pseudonym given to this particular record. My guess is that this was just sort of like with Robert Drasden, where he got hired to do an Exotica record because it was popular at the time, and they decided to manufacture this Rex Kona and his Mandarins. It certainly doesn't sound like it was a real group. Excellently recorded. The recording of this, especially this reissue that I have, sounded really good. Again, a very Asian influence, but lots of Latin percussion and real classic Exotica stuff. Most of the main melodies, again, are done on flute and piano and vibraphone, sort of similar to the Alex Keack record. The Alex Keack record, I think, is a little more solid all the way through, but the standout tracks on this record are so good that it's totally worth having. Kisses Sweeter Than Wine, great one. Again, Sushi, my favorite, and their version of Patricia, amazing. Again, because it's so obscure and so far long ago that it was released, anyone involved with this record is probably long gone. Anybody who bought this record is probably long gone. So there's very little info on it. I do a search and you find some record reviews, but that's it. And this kind of brings to mind the importance of preserving this music, because no one is around to talk about it anymore that was around when it came out or was produced. A lot of these producers were in their probably 30s and 40s when they made these records, so they're long gone. So it's up to people like us to keep it alive. Totally worth keeping alive. This is a great record. I am interested in remaking Sushi for the Hawaiiana Brass record, which I'm working on now, because I like the song so much. I think it would translate great to a 2-trumpet and trombone setup along with the orchestra. So I'm working on that. We'll see if it comes out or not. I personally would love to see it happen. Again, that's about all I could say about this record. It is on Apple Music and the streaming services. It sounds a really great sounding record, well produced, probably top studio musicians, and Rex Kona is probably a pseudonym for Ed Klebon, as you can see right there. So that's my guess. My version, again, it's the white cardboard, and so I'm pretty sure this is a repop of this, because they did reissue it a while ago. Any record from 1964 would probably have the cardboard inner sleeve with the printed over top, the brown cardboard. I forget, they have a name for that. I forget what it's called. But anyway, I highly recommend this record. Rex Kona's Mandarins, Wild Orchids, on Columbia Records. Again, it's streaming everywhere. And I also managed to, now with Logic, you can put a song in Logic, and the stem separation from these songs that Logic does is so good. I was actually managed to get separated tracks of percussion, bass, piano, and what they call other, which ended up being vibraphone and the flute parts for Sushi. And I may do a little show on that, and playing the individual tracks and seeing how they, arrange these instruments. I may start doing that with other tracks as well. I don't have the latest version of Logic. I need to update my entire operating system. Not doing that right now. So I have a friend doing it for me, but the logic ability to separate musical stems from one mix is pretty unbelievable these days. So I think that'll be kind of a fun show I might do in the future. Maybe take Quiet Village or an Arthur Lyman track and kind of separate the tracks. I don't know. We'll see. I think it would be fun. I don't know if the copyright police would crack down on me and block on YouTube or not. I'd have to see. It's a good, worthwhile experiment, though. So there you have it. Rex Kona and his Mandarins, Wild Orchids. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check us out at TikiyakiOrchestra.com on the web, Tikiyaki Official on Instagram, and all Tikiyaki Orchestra, Tikiyaki 50 on Facebook. Again, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.